Have you ever looked down at your belly and thought, where did that come from? Many women say the same thing after age 50. At 45, their clothes fit. At 55, the waistband begins to tighten. At 65, the belly seems to arrive almost overnight. And by 70, many women say the belly fat simply refuses to leave. Diet after diet comes and goes. Low fat, low calorie, point systems, juice cleanses, shakes, soups, meal replacements, and still that stubborn belly fat remains. In the past few years, many women over 50 have started asking a very different question. What if the problem is not eating too much food, but eating the wrong foods? That question has led some women to experiment with something that sounds shocking at first: the carnivore diet, a way of eating based almost entirely on animal foods. No bread, no pasta, no sugar, no fruit, and almost no vegetables. Just foods like beef, chicken, fish, eggs, butter, and sometimes cheese. Some women try it for weight loss, others try it for joint pain. Some hope it will calm blood sugar, but many women trying carnivore for the first time say they are hoping for one thing in particular: to finally lose the belly fat that arrived after menopause. But does it work? And is there scientific proof? Today we will talk about the carnivore diet, the science behind it, the lack of science behind it, and we will follow two very different women: Carrie, age 61 from Massachusetts, and Emily, age 76 from Wyoming. One woman tried carnivore for 1 week and quit. The other stayed with it long enough to lose every pound she wanted to lose. Their stories may surprise you, what the carnivore diet is. Before we meet Carrie and Emily, let's understand what the carnivore diet actually is. The carnivore diet is exactly what it sounds like: eating foods that come from animals. Most carnivore eaters focus on foods like beef, steak, hamburgers, chicken, pork, fish, eggs, butter, sometimes cheese, water, coffee, and sometimes bone broth. That's about it. No bread, no cereal, no pasta, no rice, no potatoes, no fruit, no candy, no cookies, no soda. For many women who have spent decades trying to eat low-fat foods, the carnivore diet feels almost rebellious because it includes foods women were told for 40 years to avoid: fatty meat, butter, eggs. But people trying carnivore often say something interesting: they are not hungry all the time. That alone surprises many women, because hunger is what ruins most diets. Why scientific proof is limited. Now we need to talk about something very important. The carnivore diet does not yet have large scientific studies proving it works long term. Many doctors will openly say this. Why? Because studying diets is extremely expensive and extremely difficult. Researchers would have to control what people eat for months or years, and human beings rarely follow diets perfectly. Also, there is another reason. Large food companies do not profit from people eating simple foods like beef and eggs. There is little funding for that kind of research. Profit really is the big naysayer. Most of what we know about carnivore today comes from anecdotal evidence. That means personal stories. Thousands of people sharing what happened when they tried eating this way. Doctors like Dr. Sean Baker have popularized the carnivore diet and collected many stories from people reporting weight loss, improved blood sugar, and reduced inflammation. But many traditional doctors still say we need more long-term studies. And that is fair because science takes time. If someone tries carnivore, most doctors recommend doing it carefully and monitoring health markers, which is exactly what Carrie did. Here's Carrie's story. Age 61, living in Massachusetts. Just outside Boston, she worked for 35 years as a dental hygienist. Carrie describes herself as a lifelong dieter. When she was 25, she tried low-calorie dieting.
At 32, she tried Weight Watchers. At 45, she tried low fat. At 50, she tried smoothies. At 57, she tried intermittent fasting. And like many women, sometimes she lost 10 pounds, sometimes 15. But the weight always came back. And after menopause, something different happened. The weight settled almost entirely on her belly. Carrie told her doctor, "I look like a lollipop. Skinny legs, big stomach." Her doctor laughed kindly but understood the frustration. Her blood sugar had started creeping upward. Not diabetes yet, but heading there. Carrie began reading about low carbohydrate diets. Then she stumbled across something that shocked her. Videos on YouTube about the carnivore diet. At first, she thought the idea was ridiculous. Just meat. That can't be healthy. But the people telling their stories seemed sincere. Many of them were women over 60. Some said they had lost 30 pounds. Some said their arthritis improved. Some said their hunger disappeared. Carrie became curious. She again made an appointment with her doctor. Her doctor said something very reasonable. "There is not enough long-term research for me to recommend it strongly. But if you want to try it for a short period and monitor how you feel, we can watch your blood work." Carrie liked that approach. Careful, measured. She decided to try carnivore for 1 week, just to see what would happen. Carrie's first week, day 1, felt exciting. Breakfast was eggs cooked in butter. Lunch was a hamburger patty. Dinner was steak. Carrie laughed and said, "This is the best diet I have ever seen." But by day 3, something happened. Carrie realized she missed other foods. Not sugar, not cookies, but things like tomatoes, salad, even a baked potato. She also noticed something else. Cooking meat for every meal felt repetitive. She began craving variety. By day 5, Carrie called her sister and said, "I feel like a wolf." Her sister laughed. Carrie did notice one positive change. She was not hungry between meals. But by day 7, she made a decision. This isn't for me. Carrie added vegetables back into her meals, then berries, then yogurt, and eventually she settled into something closer to a low-carbohydrate Mediterranean-style diet. And interestingly, she still lost some belly fat, not from carnivore itself, but from reducing sugar and refined carbohydrates. Carrie often jokes now, "I tried carnivore for 1 week and learned 2 things. I love steak, but I also love tomatoes." And that is the truth for many people. Not every diet fits every personality, but the story doesn't end there, because another woman had a completely different experience. Story 2, Emily, age 76, so Wyoming now. Let's travel far west to Wyoming, where winters are long, wind is strong, and personalities tend to be equally strong. Emily is 76, and she is what her friends call a character. Emily grew up on a cattle ranch. She rode horses, mended fences, drove tractors, and cooked enormous meals for ranch workers. Beef, eggs, potatoes, biscuits, gravy. Emily was never thin, but she was strong. Then life changed. Her husband passed away. The ranch was sold, and Emily moved into a small town. Life became quieter, much quieter. She began eating differently. More packaged foods, more snacks, less activity. Over 10 years, she gained nearly 40 pounds, and almost all of it settled on her belly. Emily hated it. She once told her friend, "I used to ride horses all day, and now I grunt getting out of a chair." At 75, her doctor gave her a warning. Her blood sugar was rising. Her blood pressure was creeping upward, and her knees were starting to complain. Emily went home frustrated. Then her grandson visited. He was 25 and looked lean and strong. Emily asked what he had been doing. He said something she had never heard before. "I've been eating carnivore." Emily blinked. "What's that?" "Meat, eggs, butter. That's about it." Emily laughed. "Well, honey, that's how we ate on the ranch." That night, Emily watched videos about carnivore, and something clicked. It reminded her of childhood meals: beef, eggs, bacon, simple foods. So, she visited her doctor. Her doctor was cautious, but supportive. He said, "We don't have strong research yet, but if you try it, we'll monitor your labs." Emily nodded. And then she said something only Emily would say. "Well, Doc, if cows live this long eating grass, I figure I can try steak." Here's Emily's carnivore experiment. Emily decided to try carnivore for 30 days. Breakfast, eggs and bacon. Lunch, hamburger patties. Dinner, steak or chicken. Sometimes salmon, sometimes cheese. Coffee with cream. Water. The first week surprised her. She wasn't hungry at all. Emily said, I kept waiting for my stomach to complain, and it never did. Week 2 brought another surprise. Her cravings disappeared. No cookies, no candy, no bread. Emily said something funny to her neighbor. I walked past a bakery and felt nothing. That's when I knew something strange was happening. Week 3, her pants loosened. She stepped on the scale. 12 pounds gone, mostly belly. Emily laughed out loud. Well, look at that. By 7 months, Emily had lost 35 pounds. Her doctor repeated her blood tests. Her blood sugar improved, her blood pressure improved, and Emily had one more thing: energy, real energy, the kind she had not felt since her ranch days. Now Emily did something that made her local diner famous. She began ordering 6 hamburger patties for breakfast. No bun, no fries, just meat. The waitress asked if she was feeding someone else. Emily said, Nope, this is all me. Soon the other regular customers started asking questions. What diet is that? Emily would lean back and say, it's the cow diet. Then she would laugh. Emily never preached. She never told anyone they had to eat this way. But she loved telling her story. 1 year later, Emily had lost 40 pounds. Exactly the amount she wanted. Her belly fat was gone. Her knees hurt less, and she felt stronger. When someone asked how long she would stay carnivore, Emily shrugged. Well, honey, I grew up on beef and eggs, so I figure I'm just going back home.
Here's the real truth about diets. Carrie tried carnivore and stopped after a week. Emily tried carnivore and loved it. Both women improved their health in different ways. Because the real secret of weight loss is not one specific diet. The real secret is finding a way of eating you can live with. For some people, carnivore works beautifully. For others, it feels too restrictive. And doctors are still studying long-term effects. But the stories we hear again and again share common themes. When people remove sugar, remove refined carbohydrates, eat more protein, eat more natural foods, hunger often decreases. And when hunger decreases, weight loss becomes easier, especially belly fat.
Here's why belly fat appears after 50. Many women watching this video are over 50, and they ask one question more than any other. Why did belly fat appear after menopause? Several things change. Hormones shift, estrogen decreases, muscle mass decreases, metabolism slows slightly, and insulin sensitivity changes. That combination often encourages fat storage around the abdomen, which is why diets that stabilize blood sugar sometimes help. Low carbohydrate diets, Mediterranean diets, and sometimes carnivore diets. Here's a gentle reminder. Before trying any new diet, especially something restrictive like carnivore, it is wise to speak with a doctor, especially if you have diabetes, kidney disease, or take medications affected by diet. Good health decisions are best made with good information. If you are dieting or thinking of dieting, tell your story in the comments below. Also, it would be great if you click the subscribe button to encourage me to share more stories that roll into my mailbox. Carrie and Emily represent something beautiful. 2 women over 60 trying something new. One experimented and learned what she liked. The other discovered something that transformed her health. And both women proved something powerful. Age does not mean giving up. Women in their 60s, 70s, even 80s are still curious, still learning, still experimenting, still improving their health. Emily said it best one morning at the diner. She looked around at the younger people and said, You know what the secret to getting older is? They leaned in. Emily smiled. Don't stop trying new things. So here is a question for you. Would you ever try the carnivore diet, or have you already experimented with it? What happened? Did it help your belly fat? Or did you decide it wasn't for you? Tell us in the comments, because women learning from each other is sometimes the best research of all. And if you enjoyed these 2 stories about Carrie and Emily, please join me in the next video. Take care of yourself, your friend, Eleanor Rose.